Hi children, today we are going to read a Peppa Pig book called Don't Worry Peppa. Please subscribe to my channel and press the button below. I have lots of Peppa Pig books in my collection and some other books you will like to read. Now let's get started. Don't worry Peppa. Peppa and her family were going to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house for lunch. We better hurry, said Mommy Pig, or we will be late. Don't worry, we have plenty of time, said Daddy Pig. Besides, we are always early. Yes, don't worry, Mommy, said Peppa. Then she whispered, Daddy, what does worry mean? Daddy Pig explained that a worry is something you feel unsure about. It's when we think something not so good might happen. But we are always early, said Peppa, and Granny and Grandpa won't mind if we are late. No, I'm sure they won't, said Mommy Pig. So you don't need to worry then, Mommy, said Peppa. You are right, I don't, said Mommy Pig. Thank you, Peppa. As they were getting ready, Daddy Pig told Peppa that the best thing to do when you have a worry is to tell someone. Share your worry with us, said Daddy Pig. Then, poof, just like magic, it will disappear. I shared my worry about being late, said Mommy Pig, and it disappeared. Exactly, said Daddy Pig. Oh, look at the time. We better get going, or we might actually be late. Outside, Daddy Pig spotted a grey cloud in the sky. He said, I think I might put the car roof on. Why, Daddy? Asked Peppa. I like the roof off. It is so whooshy in the wind. I like it off too, Peppa, said Daddy Pig, but I'm worried it might rain and we will get wet. Don't worry, Daddy, said Peppa. If it rains, you can put the roof up then. Yes, I suppose I could, said Daddy Pig. So you don't need to worry then, Daddy, said Peppa. No, not at all, said Daddy Pig. Thank you, Peppa. The best thing to do with the worry is to share it, Daddy, said Peppa. Then poof, just like magic, it will disappear. Daddy Pig laughed. Ho ho ho! Hello, little ones, said Granny Pig when they arrived. Are we late for lunch, Granny? Asked Peppa. You don't need to worry. You are always early, said Granny Pig. Peppa looked at Mommy Pig and smiled. See, Mommy, she whispered. Mommy Pig winked. Peppa and George ran out into the garden. Hello there, called Grandpa Pig. He was in his shade, making a toy racing car for Peppa and George to play with. Peppa hopped in the car first and rode around the garden. She went up and down the hills, squeezing the horn. Toot toot! When it was George's turn to drive the car, he was not too sure. What's wrong, George? Asked Grandpa Pig. You look a bit worried. The best thing to do when you have a worry is to share it, George, said Peppa. Then poof, just like magic, it will disappear. George pointed at a hill. I think George is worried about this hill, Grandpa, said Peppa. Well, that's easy to sort, said Grandpa Pig. Let's take the car to a flatter part of the garden. Broom, broom, cheered George, zooming around in the car. Soon he even felt fine about the hill and raced down it as fast as he could. I don't think George has a worry anymore, Grandpa, said Peppa. No, Puff, said Grandpa Pig, trying to keep up with George. I don't think George has any worries at all. When they finished playing, Grandpa Pig, Peppa, and George went inside for lunch. Yummy! Cheered Peppa. This is delicious. Thank you, Peppa, said Granny Pig. I tried a new recipe and was a bit worried how it would turn out. The best thing to do when you have a worry is to share it, Granny, said Peppa. Then poof, just like magic, it will disappear. That is very true, Peppa, said Granny Pig. As it was such a lovely afternoon, Granny Pig suggested they eat their cake in the garden. Look at that, said Mommy Pig. Not a cloud in the sky. Daddy Pig? Yes, said Daddy Pig, smiling. Why don't you all go outside and I will bring out the cake, said Grandpa Pig. Can I help, Grandpa? Asked Peppa. Of course, Peppa, replied Grandpa Pig. That is very kind. Can I carry the cake, Grandpa? Asked Peppa. It's a bit heavy, said Grandpa Pig. But why don't you carry this very special plate instead? Grandpa Pig went outside with the cake, and Peppa followed. She felt proud to be carrying the very special plate. But just as she was about to step outside, she bumped into a chair and dropped the plate. Smash! Oh no! Peppa cried, looking at the broken plate. When Peppa walked outside, her tummy felt a bit wobbly. But then she remembered what Daddy Pig told her. I have a little worry, Grandpa, said Peppa. Well, why don't you tell me all about it so I can help you, said Grandpa Pig. Peppa told Grandpa Pig about the broken plate, and it's your very special one. She said sadly, I'm sorry, Grandpa. Don't worry, Peppa, said Grandpa Pig, giving her a big cuddle. That plate does not matter at all. What matters is that you are okay. Thank you, Grandpa, said Peppa, and poof! Just like magic, Peppa's little worry disappeared. Peppa showed Grandpa Pig where the broken plate was so he could clean it up. And then they went back outside. Peppa felt much better. Could I have a really big slice of cake, please, Granny? She asked. Remember, Peppa, said Daddy Pig, the best thing to do with the cake is to share it. Yes, Daddy, said Peppa, giggling. I have shared my worry. And now I will share the cake. And poof! Just like magic, Peppa's really big slice of cake disappeared.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Storytime with Sonia Panda to listen to more stories with me. Take care, friends.